Good evening, guys, and welcome to the Purple Mic. I'm your host, Erica Nicole Mason, and we are here tonight live, as we promised you guys. You guys asked, we listen. You guys do not want the pre-record episodes anymore. You requested us to be live, so we are joining you live and direct tonight. I have my girl, Hot Cocoa 31, Jalon. Jalon,
hey
how are you? You look amazing. How are you?
Thank you. So do you.
Thank
Tired,
you.
but I'm here.
Thank you. Dr. Benjamin Moore, how are you?
I'm good. I'm well. How are you?
Amazing, amazing. And welcome back, Miss Kitty Del Rose. Jessica in the house. How are you?
I'm good.
Absolutely.
Are your eyes speaking for you? What's the blinks?
We have Atlanta celebrity massage therapist, Dr. Dion Milton at Body Whisper ATL. How are you?
I'm here.
I'm glad you're here.
Man.
Butterfly_24, Miss Lashana. Ooh, shoulder.
All right now.
Damn.
All right now. I see you.
Where you going tonight?
Okay.
You said where I'm going tonight?
And with who? That's the question.
Oh, waiting
She
list
going to
number
her
2.
mailbox. You know you're not supposed to ask people that.
Lashana, how are you?
Look, you can ask all you want, but it don't mean I'm a tell.
Oh,
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
All right now.
Which waiting list you pulling off for today?
See.
Right. She's ready for this title tonight. This one is a strong one tonight.
I
We
am.
want to welcome all of you guys in. And if you have not already, please join our Instagram where you can meet all of the panelists, see all of their bios, and our future episodes, everything all over there. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. Tonight's title, Situationships. Y'all ready for this one?
The Titanic.
I'm ready.
Sink it.
Don't need a drink for this.
Should be
Might.
interesting.
I think we
Oh, and this
all-
is live too. Remember, audience, y'all asked for this. This is live now.
That's right.
guys
Y'all asked for this.
We want to thank you for just now joining us. Thank you. We see the numbers going up. Thank you. Don't forget to chime in.
You, the
If
people.
you guys want to call in tonight, leave us an inbox message here, and we'll let you in. If you want to call in and ask any questions, actually be on the show tonight. We are now taking callers. So without further ado, we're going to jump on in. Let's talk about what a situationship is. Lashana, I'm having some technical issues with you. I'll pass and go to Benjamin. Benjamin, situationships. Let's go.
So I'm defining a situationship. Is that that's what's happening?
Yeah.
All right. So what is a situationship? So I'm gonna borrow a term from our illustrious host, and I'm gonna use the term levels and tiers. All right. So there's levels and tiers to relationships, right? So so you have the entry point where you're just friends, and then I think the next tier or level from there is a situationship. And after that, then there's a committed relationship. And then after that, then there's engagement. And then after that is matrimony, et cetera, right? And so with all that being said, a situationship is basically when you are with someone. Typically, it's a physical relationship, and you have not particularly defined it in terms of exclusivity. So y'all kicking it, we use terms like kicking it, or, I'm saying we just chilling, things of that nature. We talking, those are typically terms that indicate that it might be somewhat of a situationship in a sense. Sometimes these situationships evolve into relationships, and sometimes they, fizzle out after so long, and, you go your separate ways. But really, a situationship is really about commitment or the lack thereof. At least that's how I define it.
I love it. And I'm going to move over to Lashana. Lashana, I'm ready, honey.
Okay.
Let's do it.
He gave y'all a situationship is pretty much you don't even have a relationship. It's unofficial. Y'all just kicking it. He lets you know, or she lets you know, hey, I ain't ready for no relationship, babe. We can still have sex though. Or it's one of those things
Is that what I said?
you get emotionally attached to somebody. But again, there's no definition to this whatsoever. And it does not move past that at all. It does not move past a situationship. You just there. So one of the terms that we use is a purgatory. That's what it is. You're stuck. There's no way out of it, because you're pretty much in it. There, you don't move past it, and you guys are just together, and it's just you. You ain't even together because he can go do something else, and he may not want you to go do nothing else with somebody else.
I don't know if I agree that it never evolves past that. I will agree that while you in it, that's all it is. But sometimes those situationships evolve into something else.
I think if it does, that's something that you guys have talked about. Like maybe,
of course,
it can.
Right.
But the term is, we'll see where this goes. That's the term that's used to see if it evolves past something. But when that is said, it's only to hold the woman in a place like, this may go somewhere. It may evolve into something else, but it majority of the time, it doesn't. You have like that 1% that may do, but 99.99% of the time, it don't. Not at all.
I don't quite agree with those statistics, but okay. I will agree that more often than not, it won't evolve into anything else. But to your point, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think sometimes it does. But it is what it is. Yeah. And it's not necessarily just for the woman to lock the woman down or anything like that.
Sometimes it is because he's being selfish. He doesn't want her to go anywhere else, so he's being selfish. And so,
women don't do this. So women don't do this.
I'm not saying that women don't do it because women do it too. It goes both ways. Sure. It goes. I'm going to give you the reciprocity that you're looking for. So
thank you. I appreciate it. That's all I need. That's all I need.
It goes both ways, but but a lot of times it does lean toward where a man puts a woman in that situation, and it's rare that it happens with women, that a woman puts a man in that situation. But I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It does. So there you go.
Okay, that was a nice Mayweather fight. That y'all coming in early. We did
coming out swinging.
Right. Jessica, your thoughts?
I mean, they covered it.
They did at all points. I think they absolutely they sure did. I agree with both of them, to be honest.
Okay. Next question is: can you call a situationship an ex? Dion, your thoughts?
Yeah, you can call it ex because let's just say the relationship failed. Women do this more than men because men don't give a fuck about a body count. Women will.
Yes, we're live and direct, ladies and gentlemen. Live and direct.
Women will stay in that comfortable space because they don't want to add to the body count, so they haven't found a suitable suitor for them to be in that space with. So they'll stay in that situationship.
A lot of times women don't even count them situationships though. They'll just
bingo.
Oh, that don't count. That don't count.
Because the relationship is ended and it's like, your lease ain't up yet, but the 10 years over. So at the end of this contract, you can go on about your business. But women move like that more so. Men, we don't give a fuck about our body count because we'll stay in that situationship and still go start another fucking situationship and another situationship. Why? Because we in this space probably just don't give a fuck about caring, like settling down at this point, and we're just enjoying the fun. So
these bombs.
These are just ways that women move, and these are ways that men move. Now you have women that think like a man and they try to move like a man, but their emotions always get the best of them.
Wow, Shalon, you've been real quiet. What are your thoughts?
Ain't nothing to say. Again, he covered it all, I think. Because he's right. Women do try to move like men, but we can't handle the truth.
I'm not gonna say y'all can't handle the truth.
When I say that, I mean
really good sex. That's what y'all can't handle. Don't say the truth. It's the consistently good sex and that nurturing element that comes with that. But everything else is trash. Or, you just don't want to add to your body count. So, you know what? You're going to serve a purpose in my life. So, yeah, you're going to get my rocks off and I'm going to go back to my life and do what the fuck I need to do while I'm out here. Because I'm not trying to date. Because that's how women are. I'm not trying to date. I don't give a fuck about dating right now. But I still need my rocks knocked. So, Keep this
The
going
rocks
on.
knocked.
Well, when I
The
say
boots.
can't handle the truth, I don't mean like it knowing what it is. I'm talking about like we don't want it to be that. You know what I'm saying? We thought that we were gonna be the one to take you over to the edge and put a relationship on it, I guess.
Oh,
And
hold on. Let me translate. The one thing that all women think that their pussy is golden and that pussy is going to make that man change, or that situation is going to make that man change. At the end of the day, a man chooses his wife. He chooses his woman. So no matter what the hell she does, it can be a situationship. If he don't choose her for be that space, she gonna always be exactly where she is when he wants.
Well,
she's gonna be accessible when he wants, and when he's accessible, or she needs him to be accessible, he's busy, and it works for him. If it works for him, cool, he'll be that way. But because a man chooses, a man is supposed to lead in that space. Now you do get some women that find men.
So
that
hold on. Let me understand what you're saying, bro, real quick. So are you saying that a man, like, it doesn't matter what the woman does at all? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm hearing you clearly.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly what he said.
I don't disagree with that, because if a woman isn't doing, I agree that the man takes the lead, but I still think that the way a woman carries herself, the way she comports herself, the things she does for him matters absolutely, because he's going to have options as well, and if he's going to be choosing the best out of the options he has, he's going to choose the woman that makes him feel the best, the woman that does the most for him. So that doesn't relinquish her. That doesn't relinquish her from her duties.
So this is the one difference with what you're explaining right now. You're explaining a man that's actually in a relationship trying to date them.
Right.
He's trying to date though. In a situationship, he ain't thinking outside of that. He don't care.
Yeah.
He don't care.
Yeah, but he still. But he still want to. If she's doing stuff like if she's not doing the things that he wants, then even a situationship doesn't matter. Like if she, because even a situationship has a purpose.
If a man doesn't make up in his mind that this is the woman that he wants,
okay,
he will not let her remain in a situationship.
Right. He's always going to have.
There will be some type of direction. A situationship.
That's not what we're talking about. I thought we were talking about what, like the things that a woman should do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're saying that the woman has no purpose, or she has like her actions don't matter at all.
No, it's a situationship. I don't know you shit.
It's a situationship.
It's a
no, her actions don't
situationship.
matter at all.
Listen,
yeah, I disagree.
So
this is why I'm saying this.
I'm going to interrupt for a moment. Let me go on ahead and state the facts. Lashana submitted some information, and I thought it was very vital that we read some of this. Situationship starter pack. I don't want anything serious. We can have sex, though. Go with the flow. Still don't want a relationship. Sex, though? Don't talk to anyone else. A bond is better than a title. We don't need a title. Unofficial but loyal, not together, but don't act single.
Situationship. Yeah. And he's right, because think about it. It doesn't matter what a woman does. She can be the perfect woman, can check all his boxes, but if he is not in that space to put her in a relationship, to move her out of that status, she will always be a situationship. Why? Because she chooses to be there. That's the thing. If a man can get away with it, he gonna do it. Period. There's no other way around it. Now, if he chooses to find somebody else while he's in the situationship, he will definitely make her his girlfriend, not the situationship, the other woman. He will definitely let the situationship know, hey, I got a girlfriend. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. But guess what? She's still in a situationship, because guess what she thought? She thought, oh, because my stuff is gold, I do this, that, and the third for him. I've been there for him. I've supported him, all of this stuff. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whatsoever. I disagree. You have to think of it from a standpoint of a man who is not looking for something serious, not as a standpoint from a man who's looking for something serious and trying to hold and be committed. You have to look at it for somewhere where a man is not looking for that. That's the standpoint where we're looking at it from. Yeah. We're not thinking about moving into something else. We're trying to see it. That's the difference. We're not looking at it from where he's trying.
The situationship is a part-time job.
Right.
You are here from 12 to 4. After 4, whoever's X on the shift,
But
It is
then,
what it
okay,
is.
going back to the
So I'm trying to
going back to
understand.
the
Maybe
question,
I'm
though,
lost about where.
then
Yeah,
going back
maybe
to
I'm
the
lost about where we are
question,
now.
it says, can you call a situationship an ex? So if you're not necessarily in a relationship, how is that person an ex?
You
They're
If
an
it be the ex, the
experience.
relationship can be over.
right.
What?
The situation
Women
is
women
over.
would do this more than men.
They're an experience.
Yeah, women would do this more than men.
So ex for experience?
Yeah, because a woman wouldn't add to her body count. She'll still fuck around with the ex. It'll be a situationship. It's sexual. It's a sexual situationship. Women do that more than men. Men, yeah, they gonna do the fuck they want to do.
I think women do it emotionally too. That's why you have emotional
True.
affairs.
Facts.
Because sex is emotional. A lot of women can't just casually have sex.
Right.
So they need
Yes,
that
they
type
can.
of. I said a lot. I don't say.
I'm just saying. I just said yes, they can. I just didn't say you were wrong.
Who's adamant about that? Okay.
I mean, you can possibly, but it's still a very small number.
Possibly.
I'm just saying, it's still a very small number versus the ones that can't.
Right. And that's true.
I agree with that. I just said
The
yes.
majority of women, there has to. Okay, cool. Women don't explore themselves enough to tap into what you could possibly tap into, because you have took the time to possibly explore your life to the point where you can. So you can possibly say that, but a lot of women, until they go in that space, they can't.
Right.
They won't even know what direction to go.
I guess I'm still kind of stuck on this whole notion of it doesn't, like, a woman's actions in a situationship are irrelevant. And
They
for
serve
me,
a purpose, but they don't serve a purpose as in to move forward to something. That means when I
that's
clock in to do my job,
point.
I clock in to do my job. So when my job is over, I go
I'm
home.
out.
Okay, and again, so her actions do matter in the situationship, because if she's doing what she needs to do, then he's going to stay in a situationship. When
Meaning,
you guys
if
are
you
saying
probably like
initially,
this,
hold on, brother, hold on, bro. So after that, you're saying that it doesn't. You're not talking about in the space of, it moving on to the next thing, right?
Mhm.
But then you're saying, but then on the other thing, you're saying, well, it doesn't matter what she does in the situationship, because it's going to stop her. He has to make the choice. So it's you can either have it one or the other way. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
like
So
this.
again,
It's like you said, situationships are physical, right? 9 times out of 10,
Right.
right? So
Right.
cool. If you take that physical aspect away, they're just friends. That situationship
Right.
doesn't exist.
right.
So
Not
if
even.
that one element is non-existent, then what would you call it?
Right.
Friendship, like you said.
So there's no
Nothing.
idea of moving forward, period.
Right.
So you're stuck in that one element, because if you're not giving me no pussy, or if I'm not giving you no sex, what the fuck
Why
are we doing here?
What are we doing? And that's how the guy's gonna think.
Right, but okay, I think we're
But you
talking. I
have-
think
but
we're
you have to
talking.
take it-
We're,
okay, so-
we're talking past each other. It doesn't matter. We're talking past each other. I see what's
so-
going on. We're talking past each other.
The thing of it is this, Ben. You can't think of it from your standpoint. You can't think of it from your standpoint what you're looking for someone. You have to think of it. Take yourself out of that particular situation and think of it from a man. Remember, think of a part where
Oh,
if
you know I'm
been
a
in
man, right?
situationship.
I am a man.
I
so
know
it's
that.
doing that
I know that.
from the standpoint of man.
I'm just saying, but think of it from a standpoint where if you've ever been in a situationship and you've ever been in one. So think of it from that standpoint where you were only there to get what you needed, and then after that it was done. You didn't probably have conversations with her every single day or something like that, because that's just what it was. And then after you stop, it's like, okay, so what are we here for? What are we doing?
Well, see, so my point is that, okay, a woman's actions matter on several different levels. Number one, like you all saying, it's all about the physical part. If she ain't doing what she need, because obviously if I'm in a situation with her, then she got some tricks that I like. You know what I'm saying? She got something that I like, and that's why we get into it like we get into it. If I'm considering, and the thing is, if I have any notion in my mind about at some point moving to the next level, I'm going to be looking at how we operate, her behavior, how she does, even outside of, the situationship status. You know what I'm saying? So if she's treating me well in other ways, and it's like, all right, well, I'm looking to go to the next level now. I have the situation with this woman, or maybe I'm just talking to this other one, whatever. I'm looking at all the behavior. So my point is that a woman's behavior and the way a woman operates, a way a woman moves, whether it's a situationship with a man that is not looking to go to the next level, or a situationship with a man who is considering, like you said earlier, let's see where this goes. Her actions matter. So I don't want women to relinquish themselves the responsibility of like making sure you know how you moving in this whole situation in every way. You know what I'm saying? On the physical part and in other ways too. You know what I mean?
Move on. How long should a
Oh,
situationship last?
2 months.
2 months.
Dang.
very right on the nose, huh?
Until the job is finished.
Oh, Tony said 6.
Until
6
the job
months?
is finished.
6 months. That's a relationship. No.
When the contract over with, when the
That's too
contract
long.
is over with.
That's too long.
What's too long?
Well, see,
But what's the
6 months.
contract though?
Too
The
long.
contract-
but that's the thing. So
When this
you
stops
can have-
serving my nature. That's
are we
when the
are we talking about consistency? Because I mean, you could be off and on in a
Years.
situationship with somebody for a minute.
Years.
You know what I'm saying? And
So when
go
this
kick it with
stops
somebody
serving-
else, come back, kick it with somebody else, come back. You know.
Exactly. So
So-
when this stops
Next.
serving me, when this energy when I no longer feel comfortable enough to even be in this space, that's when this ends. Until that
Right.
happens, shit, meet me on Tuesday, 8:00.
Pull up,
You feel?
pull
me?
up.
For 2 months.
Exactly. 3 months.
Know what I mean, like no.
So
I mean,
Jessica
it's
gonna
as
have
long as you want
Jessica
it to
gonna have a
last.
old boy on the countdown.
Find any of this to be toxic? Like
It
any
is,
of
it's
it?
all toxic.
No.
It's growing pains. It's almost as similar as women going through their whole phase.
So toxicity to
It
me is
depends
all
on what you
about
want.
if it right, exactly.
That too.
Toxicity to me is relative to if it causes a negative space in your
Right.
life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's toxicity. But
I
I mean
agree with that.
sometimes commitment can be toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
So,
Yeah.
so you know what I'm saying?
Have all this confusion and it's so twisted like this. You don't have any specifications whatsoever, and you're possibly even sleeping with other people, exchanging souls and all of that. You don't think that that's like disastrous?
I think it's disastrous when the choice is taken away. When that choice
Facts.
is taken away, that's where it becomes toxic. That's where it becomes disastrous. When the choice is taken away.
That's when they start burning shit, throwing shit at your head.
Yeah. That's when it becomes toxic because it's like you take your choice away from me. And so now I can't make the choice to be in this situationship because you've taken that choice away from me. Now it's different if I choose to be in this situationship with you. It's different. It's a little different. Still the same, but a little different. But the thing of it is, with most of the time, what happens with the opposite sex, that choice is taken away from them, and that's when it becomes toxic because now this person is emotionally connected to them. They're literally single. I mean, not single. They're literally trying to see. They're dating this person, but they're not even sure if this person is actually dating them, and so they're kicking everybody else to the wayside because they're thinking we're in a whole relationship. And the opposite sex is like, no, we just kicking it. You knew what this was when you got into it. No,
You ain't
I
gotta-
did it
you
because
ain't gotta
we
lick
didn't
it.
talk about it.
You ain't got a lot of kick it.
Right. You took my choice away from me. So then, yeah, I'm going to be pissed off because you took my choice away from me, which usually leads to, shit happening.
Old girl, blowing up old boy Jeep. Y'all see that? Y'all see that video where she
she lit it on
lit
fire?
old boy Jeep on fire? Whoosh!
Yes.
Yeah,
Hit in the
got her
face.
too,
Yes.
Yeah.
Is
That's
there
what
a
started-
difference between friends with benefits and a situationship? Jessica.
Yeah, I think so. I think situationships is a little bit less friendship,
Tony, like, no.
more sex, whereas friendship is like you still acknowledge that
man.
you care and feel something for this person, but it's only going so far in this aspect. Because a situationship could be with somebody you just met, a little bit, them for, met them through somebody and you're like, hey, let's get into this thing. Whereas a friend, that's a whole different definition and you add sex on top of it.
So if you're talking about levels and tiers, then I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think
Tony, be
that
quiet.
friends with benefits can be a situationship, but I think that friends with benefits is a little bit deeper, not necessarily just sex. There's just a connection that you have with a person that you consider a friend and you just have sex with them. Whereas a situationship, I think it's a little bit more distant, that there's no real connection with that person. You're very clear on the limitations of this relationship.
There's a little bit more
Situationship is more a booty call. So situationship is
way
is
more booty call than friends with benefits.
I feel like for me, I feel like it's the opposite. I really do.
I just feel like there'll be more respect for the friendship in that case. So
yeah,
you would move because you still care about your friend's feelings. So, because this is your friend, this ain't somebody you fucking. So, if it's your friend, then you're gonna move a little bit differently because it's your friend. You're gonna have a certain little bit more respect. You're like, know what? I know this is gonna hurt your feelings, so I ain't even gonna put you in this space, but I'm still gonna do what the fuck I want to do. I'm just letting you know. It'll be a little bit more courtesy with a friend versus if it's just a fling. Act accordingly, play your role. Meet me on Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
This Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock business.
This Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
We needed a new quote on Purple Mike. That the Tuesday 8 o'clock is gonna stay. Tony, what are your thoughts? We haven't heard from you tonight.
I'm still trying to figure out why y'all giving a sophisticated term to just fuck buddies.
Millennials.
Leave it to Tony to come through with the icebreaker.
I mean, that's what it is.
No lies told.
True. That's true. Real briefly, a relationship, there is a clear commitment between the both of you and to each other, whereas a situationship, is a relationship that is undefined. You are monogamous if you are in a relationship. However, in a situationship, in any expression of deep emotions, he'll remind you that we're just friends. A relationship, you have defined your relationship as such, a relationship. Whereas in a situationship, sex leads your relationship. He makes a conscious effort to meet your needs. Whereas situationship, he is still friendly with other women and he may or may not be dating. 5, 3 more. Sex is important in a relationship, but is not at the center of it in a relationship. Whereas in a situationship, he avoids all talks about moving forward with your relationship. There is no discussion of the future. And last, in a relationship, you are planning a future with each other in mind. Whereas in a situationship, his time is limited and conditional when it comes.
I got to meet me on Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
When it comes to hanging out.
I know what's
when
coming.
it comes to hanging out.
Vanna Black.
Okay.
I have to disagree, Vanna Black. Sex is number one. Sex is number one because that's what it's based on.
Look. Wait.
No,
she was
in a relationship.
She was talking about no. Right? When she mentioned that, she was saying that in a relationship, it's not at the center. It's important, but it's not at the center. That's what she was mentioning.
She was giving like
relationship,
the relationship
parameters of a relationship, and then parameters of a situationship. So she was a comparative analysis.
Yes,
exactly. Gotcha. Missed that part.
Yeah,
you sure did.
Boning is number one.
You told me an apology.
Yeah.
Even in a relationship, it's at the center.
Sorry, madam. So sorry.
If you're just tuning in, you're watching the Purple Mic. Tonight we're talking about situationships. Our next question is: there a difference between friends with benefits and a situationship?
You just answered that one.
So are we? So
500.
Did we go over that?
Yeah, we just
so let me ask you this.
One.
So are we? So Christian, are we in consensus? Or is there a consensus that a situationship and Cuddy buddies are the same thing? Is everybody in consensus with that?
Kind of sort of.
Close enough. Close enough.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Madam Hostess.
No, it could be emotional. There could be some emotions in there, some emotional attachment. Whereas Cuddy buddies, it might just be like those little cuddlers, or like the people who just
no. When they mean by Cuddy buddies,
but it could be a situation where you are wrapped up in this person, which is why it's complicated. That's another term. It's complicated. We have feelings for each other, but we're not together, and we're not building a title. But we're for each other, and we're trying to make it exclusive, but we're not exclusive, but we know not to see other people. So there could be some emotional attachment.
I just would like to know
is that a situationship or?
That's a situationship. I don't think that's Cuddy buddies. We went over Cuddy buddies in season 2.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right, absolutely.
I just need to know what church you're in. You're fanning yourself like you in somebody's pew in somebody's church.
I'm hot.
What church are you doing the show from?
Cuddy Buddy has a sexual relationship in our episode.
Yeah.
Is that not
Right.
correct?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And so I guess that's what I was saying. So we have various terms, and it seems like there's, and I think somebody mentioned this earlier, that there's some overlap in some of this stuff. So I think like cuddy buddies and situationship could possibly be more synonymous than like friends with benefits. You could probably say like Jessica said, friends with benefits could be termed a situationship in a sense, but I was trying to figure out like if there was some nuance between some of these terms, because for me, you know, cuddy buddy and situationship are more closely aligned. But to your point, I feel like you can have a situation where there is emotional stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? A cuddy buddy literally is just the physical part. Situationship can have some emotional, attachment to it. Friends with benefits are going to have some emotional stuff and some historical. You have some past with that person, that type of thing. So for me, like if we're doing the levels and tiers, you know what I'm saying? You got like cuddy buddies, then situationship, then friends with benefits, then like relationship, and then engagement, then matrimony. So that's the levels and tiers for me.
Wait, look at LaShawn.
Wait,
LaShawn, what you got to say about that one? The levels and tiers.
Hey, look. All I'm saying is levels and tiers.
Y'all, look, y'all they go sleeping on these levels and tiers, y'all. Y'all quit sleeping on these levels and tiers.
Look,
Serious.
Look, I mean, levels and tiers are serious. It's true. And I do think you do have levels and tiers in a situationship, because, a situationship can start off, with the person, you guys just kicking it. And then it can evolve where you guys, start to have emotional connections with each other, and you guys become exclusive with one another. And, so it's levels and tiers to it. It just depends. But hey,
I think the thing about it, it's interesting as I listen to all of us on the panel tonight. The men are defining situationships as sexual. And I know for myself, it can be what I termed earlier as complicated. So you can be in an emotional space with this person.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Yeah, and quite possibly you guys both be in another situation. So whether or not you're single or not, there's so many different dynamics.
Oh wow! So you're saying that two people who are in actual relationships with other people and they have a emotional situationship with each other.
Yes.
Okay, that's an interesting take on it. That's an interesting take on it. Okay.
To another thing, the people who don't post. Why aren't you posting your partner?
I got a question. Why does it matter?
It does matter, because you're hiding him for some reason.
And I've seen some memes where they be putting like smiley faces and all kind of emojis over the dude's face
and stuff,
just straight up ghost the dude face, all that kind of stuff.
I saw a guy just weeks ago. He's posting the woman, but he won't post her face, but he's posting her body to show. Oh my God, goddamn!
I don't understand that. I just don't.
Yeah, I'm with somebody, but I'm not gonna show you who she is. Like what?
I don't get that. I don't get that. I feel like that's clickbait too a little bit. Now, this is what I will say. I respecting your own privacy. I can get that. Some people need that for them, because mentally, I feel like mentally they can't handle that because of either past or previous letdowns. So this is their way. They feel they're protecting themselves and their relationship, so they're not embarrassed. And they can say whatever other excuse. They just, I just don't want nobody in my business. They really don't even have no business to really be in. They just say the shit. But
right.
I just think of the context of where you are mentally and how you are with your mate. That should just matter between you and your mate. If you are the type like me, I'm the type to show my girl off if I got a girl. If I don't, and I'm out here in the savage in these streets, fuck all y'all. That's just the reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if I got a girl, my thing is I'm gonna make you feel like you're the only girl in the world for me, because I made the decision in my mind to give you that time, to give you my energy in that space. So if I don't want to be in that space, then I'm not gonna be in that space. And that's how most men move. Like, we don't necessarily care about it, but you have some of us that just do it willing. It's just who we are. Some men is just not them.
I want to move over to the psychology for a moment, and Ben, maybe you can touch on this. Why do you feel like people stay stuck in these situations and they can't get out?
You said, could you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, why do you feel some people stay stuck in these type of situations and they can't get out? Because sometimes how we said it could be 2 to 6 months what makes a person stay stuck in a situationship? Like, why can't they get out?
Stuck.
Well, I think that there's several reasons why people stay in a situation.
What does that mean? Dickmatized?
Well, just sex in
That
general.
sounds like
Just
it's
women?
they ain't stuck.
Yeah, they getting stuck. Yeah.
Right.
So,
Basically.
Pretty much.
yeah, no. So I think that there are several reasons why people stay in situationships. Number one, a lot of times situationships occur when you're fresh out of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? When you're still kind of have some emotional attachment, maybe to another person, and you find somebody else, and you're not really ready to like be a committed relationship. So you like, you're in that kind of space. So you're still trying to like heal or get whatever you got going on done with the other spot, the other situation or the other relationship, and you're kind of into a new thing, and so you're kind of in that space. So I think sometimes people stay in situationships because they're still healing from something else, and they don't want to get into another thing without being healed, but they want the benefits of having the physical part, right? And maybe they even have feelings for the person, have the emotional connection, like you said, in that situationship, but they're just not ready to commit because they may have had a traumatic experience in their past relationship. So I think that's one reason why some people might stay in a situationship, because they're, going through the healing process. Another reason may be because, as Tony said, or Tony gestured, is that it's a physical thing. Like, what I'm saying? It's, somebody got tricks, what I'm saying? They know how to hit, he hitting that root, what I'm saying? Hitting that root chakra, what I'm saying? And, he's sending all that energy up through her chakras, her chakra path up to the crown. And, it makes four strange bedfellows, you know what I'm saying? So that's, you ever heard that term? Never heard that term? Anyway,
No.
moving on. So you have that situation going on as well. So another one I think may be that, for some people, and particularly more so women, some women, and again, people in general, but this again happens more so with women, to Lashana's point earlier. Sometimes a woman stays in a situation because she's waiting for the man to make a decision about being with her. And so she's feeling like, okay, well, if I stay here for a certain amount of time, maybe he's going to make a decision. Okay, well, maybe he'll do this, or maybe, and so I think that might be another reason why one may stay in a situation, because she's waiting and anticipating the situationship to evolve into something more. And sometimes it's just fun. Sometimes it ain't even,
I know Lashana was waiting.
none of that deep.
Was
Sometimes
waiting
it's just,
patiently.
I bet. Go ahead, Lashana.
Go ahead, girl.
No, you
Go
can
ahead.
go ahead.
She ready to preach?
No, I ain't got nothing to say. I want you to say it. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You got it.
How many of you have been in a situationship? Raise your hand.
All of us, of course.
Right.
Except Jessica, she didn't raise her hand.
Oh,
she did.
Yeah.
She
I didn't see it.
Oh, I know she did.
Yeah.
Anybody, I know she was in.
Erica, why you got hands up?
The reason why I say that is because a lot of times, most of the time when people can't get out of a relationship, it's because they are emotionally connected to that person. It's the emotional tie that person has with that person. The reason why I can say that is because I'm speaking from experience. I've been there before where it was hard for me to get out of that situationship because I sat there and was like, okay, I'm doing this, that, and the third. He's saying I am wife material, but yet he did not pick me to be his number one. He ended up choosing someone else altogether to be that woman that he decided to have a full-blown relationship. Not to mention, I ended up having a kid with the guy. Still pick somebody else over me. So when you're in that situationship, it's that emotional tie that you have, which and certain people in certain instances, they consider that a soul tie, that tie that connects you to that person that you cannot let go. And that soul tie can last between after relationship after relationship after relationship. You will see that person. You'll think about, dang, now I know I got this over here, but you're going to wonder about that situationship if you can get that old thing, and if he's going to, or he or she is going to make you that main person. And literally, I read an article about a woman who stayed in a 7-year relationship, saw a man saw the dude that she was with pick another female over her. She still stayed in that situationship. Why? And she said it was because of that emotional tie that she had with him, and she just couldn't figure out how to let go. It was that emotional tie. And literally, even in situationships, because you have to think about it. When you're in when you're in that situationship, your choice is taken away from you. That sole purpose of that choice is always taken away from you. You don't get that choice to make a choice to be in that situationship. Not a lot of times you don't get a choice. So that means they will do everything with you as if you're in a relationship, but with no title. No title, no talk about the future, but you will do everything as if you're in a relationship. You can go on dates, you can go out, you can talk on the phone, you can have sex, he can come over your house, you can go over his house. Hell, you can even meet his goddamn mama and he wouldn't care. He wouldn't
That's
care.
why I keep telling people, don't do that when you're in a situation.
And you know what?
My point.
Don't
So my point still
like,
stands then.
She's so sweet, she's so nice, and he'll be like, "But mama, that ain't the one for me. She ain't."
So again, the outcome with that emotional bond, what's the outcome? Is to go to the next level.
The outcome is the person's going to end up getting hurt. That's the toxic part. That's the part.
No. Yeah, I get that. No, that's not what I'm asking. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking what is the.
Go ahead. Ask the question.
No, I'm asking what is the woman wanting the outcome to be to go to the next level, right?
For her to be the main.
Right. So that's my point.
That's her point, but that ain't his. That's not his
right.
point. That's her point, but that's not his point. His point is like, look, you knew what this was when you got into this, and it's like, no, we didn't talk about it because you took my choice away from me. You took my choice. So now I'm emotionally invested in this, and now we got a problem because now you don't want to make me your main girl, but you can sleep around with everybody else, but I can't. And that's usually how the situation goes. No. I know. I've been there.
Get a hand clap for praise on that one.
No. Situations are not supposed to be this.
That's what I mean by it's hard. It's hard that you create that soul tie with that person, and breaking those soul ties with those type of situations are hard. And you literally have to get through those things and do your best to get away from it. Like, period. And it was hard for me because I had a kid with the person. So I still had to break that soul tie.
Y'all want to be hurt.
I still gotta see it.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think you want to be hurt. Now, there's a time in my life where I was like, I'm just gonna date and do
you
me.
go in with hope.
No. Wait. You don't know everything I've done. Be quiet.
Not you. I'm not saying you directly, but I'm saying people that don't understand what a situationship is. They go in with hope, thinking that they're gonna I got in the door by having sex, and then we're gonna. No, you need to define what you're going into at the very beginning, and when things start to change, you need to cut it off. That's why I'm saying 2 months. If it's too long with that person, you are going to start developing, especially if you're a female, you're going to start developing.
This is facts.
Maybe some things that you don't need to be in. So 2 months, cut it off.
You're gonna be toxic to yourself, pretty much.
Exactly.
Basically,
it ain't nothing to cut that.
You're asking for it when you're going in with hope that something might form, and you're looking for this. You need to go in with I'm saying you have to go in with very clear understanding of what
the general you.
Yeah, I know. She's talking about general you.
For those of you watching the Purple Mic tonight, we're talking about situationships. Shalon, your thoughts?
I forgot now.
sorry. I'm sorry. I was just trying to respond to what LaShawna was saying.
Oh, no,
no. That's perfect. What you said is valid. I totally agree. Like, in
the words of Dr. Ben,
going into it knowing what you're going into it knowing. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's this is what I was gonna say. There was a time in my life when I was like, I'm just gonna date around, whatever, not looking for nothing serious. Not necessarily like having sex or whatever, but just dating and meeting people. And then you get to the point where, okay, I do want something serious. I want something to progress. And then you kind of, based on the people you're meeting and what's happening, the conversations that you have, Jessica, situationship. He tried to flip it on me and say, oh, we should just be friends and we should get to know each other. I'd have known you from college. What are you talking about?
I didn't know you. I didn't know you from college.
What I'm saying? So now you want the benefits of being in a relationship without being in one. and then looking at me like I'm crazy because I want to be in a relationship and say, oh no, let's flip it back. We need to get to know each other. For what? I know you.
I didn't already
didn't spend that time already. You know what I'm saying? You just want to take advantage of me. And like LaShawna said, that choice got taken away from me because then I was invested, and then I'm looking up like, what are we doing? So when it was told to me by his friend, told my sister, Jessica know what I'm talking about. I'm going there. That, oh no, they're not dating. And Jessica was like, no, let me call Jelon right now. And he was staying with me for the
right
weekend.
now.
And she was
He
like,
was what?
Yes. He came from, I'm not gonna say where, stay with me for the weekend. And Jessica found that out, and she was like, you need to kick him out right now.
Yeah, like you came and y'all not together, like.
And he had me under the impression that we were, because I asked him specifically, are we dating? And he said yes. He said yes. And Jessica knows I love. She knows that, but she's like, my sister ain't crazy though. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like I come to her and tell her stuff, and she'll be like, you know, we talked about. She's like, did you talk about it? I said we actually did.
I got one question.
What?
I heard something. I need to expand on.
She cocking it. What?
Right.
What?
You told me. You just said you asked another man if y'all were dating.
I knew he was gonna say that.
And he said, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all were dating. What you think dating is to a man?
Right.
No, I meant dating as far as being in a relationship.
That's not dating, baby. That's not dating. This is where we fuck up all the time. That is not dating to a man.
I understand what you're saying, but I said I used the word exclusive as well. So I didn't just say dating. I said dating exclusively is me and you.
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I said.
That changes context.
That's the context. Sorry. Yeah, I know dating and then being in a relationship exclusively is two different things. Because dating is just going on dates.
Yeah. So in that case, then he lied. He took
yes,
it.
Will you go with me?
Exactly. So, so then I kicked him out. I was like, you better get out of my house and don't ever talk to me again. Don't speak to me. Don't nothing. Don't send me no message.
To the left, huh?
2 months later, nothing. I don't want to hear from you on a Tuesday at 8:00. No. Not player. Ain't me no more.
That Tuesday at 8:00.
Can you turn a situation into a relationship? Tony.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
You like, yeah.
Your thoughts?
Yes, it's happening. The percentage of it actually happening is low, but it does happen.
It does happen.
It's possible.
Yeah.
People who get people who get together just for sex, and they realize it's something more in there, and and it leads to something long lasting. I got a friend that's what happened to him. They were just having sex, and now here we are. I think they've been married 10 years, 2 kids, house, all that good stuff. And they just started out, coming in. She just started out hanging out at the house at 10 o'clock at night.
They were just kicking it.
They was just kicking it. Now he got 2 kids, a house, and a wife, and they still together.
Wow, LaShawna, your thoughts?
Like Tony said, yes, it's a small percentage. I mean, I said it earlier. It is. It's a small percentage. It happens, and it's a beautiful thing when it does happen. I do feel like you can turn a situationship into a relationship if you guys are both on the same page, and that's where you guys want for it to go. It's different when he on chapter 10 and you on he on chapter 1 and you on chapter 10, or he's at the table of contents and you way back here.
He in a totally different.
You in the index.
Y'all even
in the index.
Y'all in the wrong book,
or even in the same book, or even drinking 2 different flavor Kool-Aid. Like he got green, you got red.
Red is the flavor.
And then you thinking it's cherry and it's tropical punch. You done everything confused.
It's the same color, but it's not the same flavor.
Exactly. All right. What are the signs that you might be in a situationship? Let's kind of go back to the origin. What are the telltale signs? I'll move over to Dion. Dion, what are the telltale signs?
Ooh, I want to hear from Dion on this one. Yep. I'm ready.
We want to thank you for watching. We see you guys. And if you are on your boards watching from YouTube, go on ahead and chime in. We'd love to hear from you. Dion, telltale signs. Let's run it.
You shouldn't have to think too hard about that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm just thinking about which direction I want to go in because it's so many.
North, south, east, and west.
It's only one.
So I'm with Tony. The quick telltale that we're in a situationship. You do you and I'm doing me. I'll keep it real simple. It's that simple. I'm not even. We do us when we get together, cool. But outside of that, you do you. Don't call me. Don't call me after a certain time. I'll see you on Tuesday at 8.
That's Tuesday at 8:00.
You feel me? Like that's just a situationship. Like it's a situation. So when we create this situation that's gonna serve our needs, after that situation ends, we go back to our regular lives.
And I like the way you said the way it serves your needs, because I don't think there's any specification like in situationships. I don't think there's any way you can specify. I think it just like
no, because you can't ask for nothing. You can't require anything outside of that. It's just what it is.
Whatever it is you need. It bends mold.
Ain't no. Can you come cuddle with me? Ain't no. We ain't doing all that. We ain't doing that. We might go out to dinner.
No. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think situationships, they bend fold, whereas relationships, they puzzle lock. Like they actually fit. Whereas situationships, Ben and Jalan's situation could be different from me and Tony's situationship. Because Tony could be married.
That's contextual. I can agree to that. But for the most part, if you're trying to keep those boundaries of a situationship, you're gonna serve the situationship. Once y'all start doing that extra stuff, then you start to give hope for something else outside of that. And women get lost in that space all the time, whereas men, we're just doing our 12 to 4 and going back home.
12 to 4.
12 to 4. What kind of shift?
How's like 12 to 4?
Part-time. You part-time.
That was AM, by the way.
Part-time.
That's 12 to 4 AM.
AM.
No, this is noon.
This is noon to 4 p.m.
Part-time.
Yes, this is noon to 4 p.m., baby. No, this is noon to 4 p.m. This is part-time. This is not putting no extra effort in outside of the situationship. Now, if we can sit down as adults and have a conversation to evolve things, of course, that can be achieved. But coming in, staying true to what we discovered and what we created, I'm sticking to the program.
So what you had when I met you? Was that a situationship?
Yeah, I already.
Because I had to put an end to that.
Yeah.
The voice came out. She's like, Jesus. You, Jesus. Good Lord, is that you?
Question of the night is a situationship exclusive. Benjamin.
Dang, okay, sure. I think that a situationship shouldn't be exclusive, but I think some people create situationships that are exclusive, and that's where you have a lot of confusion, because the exclusivity is what makes it a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And so it gets sticky right there. That's and see that for me, that's the point right there. That's the point, is the exclusivity is what kind of reshapes all of this, all these terms, and what differentiates between a situationship, cuddy buddy, friends with benefits, all of that, and a relationship, and engagement, matrimony, everything else.
Right.
It's the commitment.
Yeah. Jessica?
You can have a situationship with one person, and you both know this, and you can be exclusive in your situationship. Because not everybody wants to be sleeping around with everybody who's sleeping around. Like
that's.
But it's not a relationship.
I didn't disagree with that. I don't know.
You kind of did, but
no, I did not. I said it can happen. I absolutely said it can happen. But that's where it gets sticky. That point. The point of exclusivity is where it gets sticky.
It doesn't even have to get sticky.
For you, I absolutely agree.
I'm not saying just me. I'm just saying you just all have to be on the same page. Talk about it. Talk about what your expectations are, and move on. This is a situationship. We don't have any relationship outside of these hours, and we keep it moving.
I don't disagree.
I just have one question: is the stickiness dry lube?
We want to thank our viewers tonight.
Really?
Thank you guys. You guys stayed in with us for a whole hour.
Just
Situationships. We may have a part 2 to this. There's a lot of questions when it comes to this. We want to thank all of our viewers. If you guys have not already, please, please, please join us over on our Instagram. You can check out all the bios there. Season 4. This is episode 39, guys. We are 40 episodes in. Season 4 is on the way, and we have a load full of surprises for you guys. So stay tuned. We also have a cash giveaway coming, a spring cash giveaway.
Oh, for real?
For me?
For that.
Can we participate?
For the panelists? Oh, wonderful.
Qualifications will be up tomorrow on our Instagram. Please, please, please do not forget to take a look at that. If you have not seen past episodes, we're over on YouTube/Purple Mic. You're watching the Purple Mic. We want to thank tonight Jessica and Lashana. You guys gave us all the pushback in the world that you normally give us. Thank you so much. And to the beautiful Miss Jalon, thank you so much. Dr. Benjamin Moore, Tony, and our amazing celebrity massage therapist, Dion Milton in Atlanta, Georgia. You're watching the Purple Mic, guys. I want to thank all of our viewers. Good night.
Good night.
We'll holler.
Hey.